and I'm claiming it right now to follow spirituality for next 30 days.
To be frank, not even a single day I expected that I'll clean my room.
So in this video, I'm going to try spirituality for next 30 days because so many people said that it will decrease your porn addiction, distractions, mental status, relationships and all these things. So I genuinely want to try spirituality. So that is why I'm starting this challenge. I'm going to try spirituality for the next 30 days. So let's see how it changed my life. So without investing 1 second, let's get into it. This is my day 1 of spiritual challenge. In my entire 4 years of college, this is the first time I am washing my room. I never cleaned my room.
I don't know whether the strains are going or not. I don't even know how to clean this room now because I just poured all the water. So now I didn't even expect it that this day will come in my life.
Just see the color of the water, like how horrible the water is. I realized, like, is this the room I have been living for 2 years? Like, with this amount of dirt, like, my mind was going away just by.
So this is the new puja setup which I have created to follow spirituality for next 30 days. So from now onwards, this is my sadhana place. It is Ekadasi. Today I am going to do fasting. I decided to stay fully involved in Krishna. I did 1 hour meditation and I chanted 1 hour of Vishnu Stotram and I read 1 hour of Bhagavad Gita. The funny fact is that I can't even skip one meal. Even if I skip one meal, I'll be very hungry. My body will shiver. In my past, I have tried fasting, but that fasting was quite unsuccessful because I can't even avoid food. I have been doing fasting for whole day, like 24 hours, without even drinking water. Like I was wondering, how is it even possible? And I completely believe like it's all because of him, Krishna. And I remember fasting is all about staying close with God and ignoring everything. That's why I spent about 4 to 5 hours to stay close to God. The whole day was great and it was very pleasant and cool. Day 2. Woke up at 4 am and got fresh up and went to my room. In my past, I was wearing slippers in the room and walking everywhere. But now, I started to leave them at the corner and I offered my prayer for Krishna. And I have been reading Bhagavad Gita from 1 year, but I couldn't get the knowledge from it. But now, I became devotee of Krishna and I respect Bhagavad Gita. I understood easily. So I realized that you should respect Bhagavad Gita and you should believe in Krishna. I think that is why our elders said that you shouldn't read Bhagavad Gita on bed. This is said because you can only get knowledge from Bhagavad Gita when you give respect to it. Day by day, my lifestyle was changing. Before this challenge, I was very productive by waking up early, but now I am very happy and filled with more positivity. As I am reading Bhagavad Gita, I started knowing the life. I get to know the human beings and I started loving animals, and because of that I completely avoided meat. Turning to vegetarian is the best thing that you can do. This is the best version of myself. The main change which I observed when I started spiritual is that overcoming the addiction. See, we students have some addictions, right? Especially we boys have more number of addictions than compared to girls. Even I have them. And mainly I have been staying in my room alone the whole day with full access to the internet, but I still overcome that addiction. We boys actually know how hard to control them when we are alone. But still, I overcome that addictions, and it's all because of spiritual path. Everything will change. You'll conquer that addictions. For those who want to overcome addictions, I'll highly recommend you to follow spiritual, to start to follow spiritual path. I can assure that your addictions will be reduced based upon the amount of spirituality which was there in you. I did that. I have been control myself from 1 week, and to be frank, I don't have any distractive thoughts, and it's all because of Krishna. As days were going, I became a spiritual person, as like I am doing it from my childhood. My days were starting with more positiveness and I don't have any distractions. Now I am very free. And before that, I have many thoughts in my mind, but now it's all peace. The one thing which you should remember is spirituality is not about doing puja, doing meditation, and reading Bhagavad Gita. Spirituality is all about knowing your God, knowing yourself, knowing the purpose of your life. So these are the tools to improve spirituality, but these rituals are not actual spirituality. The real spirituality is knowing your God, knowing yourself, and all these. So if you want to follow spirituality, then don't even listen to anyone, don't even listen to me. Just know it by yourself. Just read Bhagavad Gita. You'll know the actual God, not the God created by these people. the actual God. When I started knowing Sanatan Dharma, my mind was blown away, and I got to know the actual reasons behind these traditions and beliefs followed in the temple, home, and many religious places. Teachings of Bhagavad Gita was quite fascinating. I became brave and fearless by reading Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is not like other gods, like you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, it will be a sin. Krishna will be like, this is the truth. If you follow it, you'll be happy. If you won't, then it's your fate, it's your karma. He is not one to control the people. He is the one who gives the freedom for the people. There is a lot of difference between Krishna and remaining gods. He will give you the freedom, and also he will train you to use that freedom in the best way possible. Day 25. Today I uploaded a video on dark reality of engineering. I have many hopes on that video. I have worked for 3 weeks continuously on single video, but unfortunately I got very less views. Just imagine you have worked for 3 weeks and you didn't see the result. It will suck you, right? And it sucked me too. My mind was very upset. I don't know anything to do. I became depressed. I really felt like 3 weeks of time was wasted. But after all that, I had a bath and then I did 15 minutes of meditation, and that's it. All my overthinking was gone, and I got to know the reality, and then I started working on this video. Day 28, and I literally feel like being spiritual and believing in Krishna is the life hack, because you will stay positive, you have no distractions, there will be nothing which affects your life, you will have no depression, and you will be free from negative thoughts, overthinking, and you will be focusing on your passion. And these changes are not by any theories or chat GPT. I experienced all these things in just 30 days. So finally, this is the end of my challenge, and of course I'm not going to stop it, but I'm not going to leave you like this, because I desperately want you to start spiritual journey, because spirituality is the game changer of our lives. So I desperately want you to start your spiritual journey as soon as possible. So if you want to start your spiritual journey, then these are the tips for you to start your spiritual journey. And the first one is, select your favorite god and start doing puja every day by in front of the statue or photo. So just set up a puja place in your room, because it will help you a lot to stay disciplined in your room. And don't just do blindly puja every day. Start to know them, start to know the actual reasons for their existence, and know the actual teachings of your specific deity. In my case, Krishna is my favorite god, so I constantly learned teachings from Krishna. But suppose if your favorite god is Hanuman or Rama, so start to live according to them. So learn from them and start to implement these things in your life, and also start to learn your dharma. And the second one is, watch Mahabharatam. I will highly recommend you to read Mahabharatam. If you cannot read actual Mahabharatam, then I will highly recommend you to watch Mahabharatam serial. Of course, all things mentioned there is not true, but it will let you know the roots of your Sanatan Dharma. And the third one is, start reading Bhagavad Gita. See, Bhagavad Gita is the guide of life, and it should be the first option for you if you want to start following spiritual journey. So reading Bhagavad Gita is very easy, but understanding Bhagavad Gita is very complex. So I made a detailed video on how we should read Bhagavad Gita. You can check it here. Believe me that Bhagavad Gita is a life guide. So my dear friends, start your spiritual journey as soon as possible. It's your human Krishna signing off.